and welcome to the Cursing Seamstress. I'm back with another video of what I've been sewing over the past couple of weeks, or since the last time I put up a video. I have not done anything really fantastic, but I have done a couple of things that I think you'll find interesting. Some of the things I'm going to show you I've shown you before. But I think I mentioned earlier, maybe in the last video, my mother's been ill. She's 86. She is in a rehab facility right now, hopefully temporarily until she can walk again. She had urosepsis. It was a urinary tract infection that went to her bloodstream. She fell and broke her arm. So she's been in and out of the hospital and into rehab, and then developed aspiration pneumonia, and she's doing really well right now. I chose a different rehab facility, and it's much better. That OT and the PT folks are much more aggressive, and so she's doing well. So my time has been consumed with being there and assisting with her therapy. So, but what I've done is a few things. Let me show you this first. I found that my patterns and my instructions for different things to make were scattered all over the place. It was very disorganized. A lot of the patterns that I have are simply instructional patterns that I have found on the internet, found on YouTube, and I have just written them out so that I could understand them and repeat them. So that's what this notebook is. It's just a 3-ring binder, and I have some tabs in here where I divided up different categories. For example, I've got one for zippered pouches, or a few variations of zippered pouches. So I've written those out, and some of them I've actually printed the pages from different blogs and things like that, and stuck them in here. So I find that this works pretty well. Also in the front, I keep things like size charts. Some patterns will actually fit in here, but for example, I put at the very beginning, you won't be able to see it, but I just have stuck in here a size chart, and it will tell, and I've got several different measurements for different sizes. For example, a size 6 girls, the waist is this long, or this wide. The length from the waist to the knee is this long. And the same thing, inseam for different sizes of pants and things like that. And I find that very helpful, especially when I'm cutting the elastic. But, I think the last time I showed you some zippered pouches, I've done some more. And this is one I thought was just adorable. This green fabric had been given to me. And the inside lining is a plaid that I don't even know where I got it. I've had it for a long time. I used an orange zipper to kind of coordinate with the owl. And just to kind of finish it off, I put some ribbon through the little zipper tab to make it look just a little bit more polished. So that's the little owl. And I don't think I showed you this one. This is just a little ballerina monkey. The zipper on it is a beige color. The inside is interesting because it's 2 different colors. There's a plaid and a solid. And on the back, I put just a piece of ribbon across there. So that's that one. And the last one I did is a crab. This is a little smaller zippered pouch. I used a kind of a lighter blue zipper. Why, I don't know. Oh, I guess to match the inside was like a fish aquarium or under the sea kind of fabric. So it coordinates well with that. The other thing I've done is I've made, for my 2 grandboys, I made some Easter pillowcases. This is the fabric. I think I showed this fabric to you last time. I got this at Children's Hospital of the King's Daughters thrift store, and this was hanging in the linens. It was brand new, a cut piece of fabric of Easter eggs. And what I did was I finished the end of it with a solid piece of yellow, and on it I embroidered a little bunny with one of my grandboys' names. And I don't know what that bunny is doing. I think he is a like a woodsman bunny with a little case for arrows or something. I'm not sure. But that's for the older boy. And I did the same thing for my 4-year-old grandson. Same Easter egg fabric. The bottom, I used a darker sort of a yellow, and I put his name, and I put kind of a baby bunny on there. So I was really happy how these turned out. And I know there's the pattern that you can use to make these pillowcases, the jelly roll, where you roll everything up, and I don't do that. But what I did do was I did make sure that all the seams were finished off. I used a French seam, which is where you sew wrong sides together, and then you turn it around, wrong sides together with a very thin inseam, and then you flip it around and sew with the right sides together and sew a little bit wider inseam to cover up the initial seam, and that finishes the seam off totally. So and I just to do that, I just wrote my own instructions. I took a pillowcase and did the measurements, and one long side is cut on the fold. So you have one long side cut on the fold, a raw edge at the top, raw edge on the other side, and of course a raw edge along the bottom where that piece fits that you can put a coordinating fabric. Okay, and the last thing that I have done lately is I used a pattern, and I don't have the pattern right here with me to show you, but I made a, I had some shamrock fabric that I've had for a long time, and I don't remember if I showed that to you last time or not. This is the fabric, and I made a little girl's dress, and I bought at Walmart some coordinating fabric in green, and I put a little shamrock design on that piece just to finish it off a little bit. And the back is real simple. It just has that V. I have not yet put either a hook and eye or a button to finish that, but came out really cute. I think this is a size 6. I did a little bit of a variation. The bottom part was actually meant to be cut in 4 pieces and then sewn together, and actually it would be a double piece at the bottom. I didn't do that. I just used a single piece, and then I finished it off on the serger, and then I ironed it and then top stitched here, and then hemmed the bottom. So it's a very cute pattern, but I really didn't like the instructions. The way they tell you to finish off the sleeves is you only sew right sides together a portion of the underarm, and then you flip the facing where it's supposed to be, and then you actually have to fold in the rest of the arm seam and top stitch it. And I just actually, yeah, I guess they did want, I did top stitch, but it's just really awkward to do that, to have to fold in and make it all nice and even. I mean, it came out perfectly, but I just think it was more work than was necessary. But again, that's just a little close-up of the design that, the embroidery design that I put on there. So that's all. I can't think of anything else. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll be back in a couple more weeks to show you what I have sewn. And I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you later.